Chapter 14. Pee-Pee plays tag with policemen. At the end of a tiny little town, there was an old overgrown garden. In the garden, there was an old house. Pee-Pee Longstocking lived in the house. She was 9 years old, and she lived all alone. She had no mother and no father. And that was, of course, very nice because there was no one to tell her to go to bed just when she was having the most fun. Soon everyone throughout the little town knew that a 9-year-old girl was living all by herself. All the people in the town thought that all children must have someone to advise them and must go to school. So, they decided that the little girl must immediately be put in a children's home. One lovely afternoon, Pee-Pee invited Tommy and Annika over for afternoon coffee. It was sunny and beautiful, and the air was filled with the fragrance of the flowers in Pee-Pee's garden. At that moment, 2 police officers in full uniform came in through the gate. Pee-Pee, with her face beaming, went to meet them. "Is this the girl who lives alone?" asked one of the policemen. Trying to be funny and smart, Pee-Pee said, "This is a tiny little auntie who lives at the other end of the town." She said so because she only wanted to have a little fun with the policemen, but they did not think it to be funny at all. They said she shouldn't talk like this. They also told her that some nice people in the town were arranging for her to go to a children's home. "I already have a place in a children's home," said Pee-Pee. "What?" asked one of the policemen. "Has it been arranged already then?" "What children's home?" "This one," said Pee-Pee haughtily. "I am a child and this is my home. Therefore, it is a children's home, and I have enough room here." "Can I bring my horse and monkey along?" asked Pee-Pee to the policeman. "No, of course not," said the policeman. "Well then, I don't intend to move anywhere without them," said Pee-Pee. "Why don't you understand that you must go to school to learn lots of useful things like multiplication tables?" said the policeman. "I have got along fine without any multiplication tables for 9 years. I guess I will get along without it from now on, too," said Pee-Pee. Then, one of the policemen said that Pee-Pee should not think she could do just as she pleased. She must come to the children's home. And immediately, he went up to her and held her arm, but Pee-Pee freed herself quickly, touched him lightly, and said, "Tag." Before he could wink an eye, she had climbed up on the railing and from there onto the balcony. The policemen couldn't climb up the same way, so they rushed into the house and up the stairs, but by the time they had reached the balcony, Pee-Pee was halfway up the roof. She climbed up as if she were a little monkey herself. In a moment, she was up on the top of the building, and from there jumped easily to the chimney. Down on the balcony stood the 2 policemen, scratching their heads. And on the lawn stood Tommy and Annika, staring at Pee-Pee. "Isn't it funny to play tag?" cried Pee-Pee. After the policemen had stood there a while wondering what to do, they went and got a ladder, and then climbed up to get Pee-Pee down. They looked a little scared when they climbed. "Don't be scared," cried Pee-Pee. "There is nothing to be afraid of. It's just fun." When the policemen were a few steps away from Pee-Pee, she jumped from the chimney and ran to the opposite gable. Then, she took hold of the policemen by their belts and carried them down the garden path, out through the gate, and onto the street.